Hi, this is Kathleen with Windy Chaos, and I wanted to show you guys how to do these really cool windows in your planner. Now, these are not windows like an operating system, but they are a very fun little feature that lets you create kind of a cutaway so that you can always have certain information on pages that you've kind of linked together. So let me show you how I've done this. This is last week's. I had built a table and told ZoomNotes that it was a calendar. It knew which dates went in there. I made this little header here, and then I did links to each of the days. So if I click here on Monday, there it goes to Monday, but I still have that information that I did right there. So here's the fun part. I can say here that I didn't attend, but I wrote that on Monday. So it's like, well, is that going to carry over to Tuesday? Is it going to show up on the weekly? Yes, it will, because it's in a window. So how cool is that? If I look at Tuesday, there's my little didn't attend note. So anything that I do in this area is going to show up for my whole week and back on my weekly page as well. So let me give you a quick little run through. This is one that I made, and I put let me show you on this one though. These are fun because I love the little Dutch doors. So I made a Dutch door there with a little bit of journaling. And then on this one, I made a Dutch door here and did a sub page. Oops. And there's a note there that has some sensitive information, so I covered that up. But I love sub pages because, for one, I can put this is second, not third. There we go. It keeps going back to it. Second. Okay, there we go. And then this little guy here takes me back up to my level. So anyway, I love subpages for little things like that that come up that were important. And then there's my Thursday. And these are the pages I haven't gotten to yet. So I thought what I would do is I would let you help me plan this week's and show you how to do it. This is about the 45th, 100th time that I have done this now because I'm just having some issues. So, but what I wanted to say is that, like, that was really simple how I did it with the, just this. It's not super decorative and stuff, but you can be decorative with it. So depending just on how minimalistic functional you need it to be versus how cute and artistic you want it to be, you can go any number of ways. So I have this fun planner shape here that would be really cute as 7 days across the bottom again. And it does make a really cute border on its own. But I've kind of, I don't know. Let's see. Let's do copy, paste. Okay, I'm putting that there because then I want to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if I do this, if I circle all, in my select tool, if I circle all of them, and then I go down to align horizontal center, I I can have them all spaced out equally. Let's see how I did on guessing how much overlap I've got. Ooh, none. Wow, guys, that's amazing. Okay, so each of those now has, so let's put some days of the week on there. I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna be super subtle with it. I'm just gonna eyeball it to be about the same size. This is a pretty easy way to do it, huh? Because it just tucks it into that corner anyway. So they're spaced nicely apart. Okay, now I'm going to hit that background again. And I'm going to go in here, and it has add a link. I can do that here. I've also got a shortcut here. Or you can go to the wrench and hammer area. But add a link. And I have, down here what my page numbers are. So this one is page 45. I'm going to need to know that later. But I know 266 is my Monday page. So I'm going to do add a link. I'm going to tell it I want page number 266. I want it to be blank, and I like the animated. So create. And I'm going to do that for each of these. Page 267. Create. $268. And this doesn't take a super long time. 269. If you're doing it week by week. So and 270. One thing you can do if you're like concerned that you're getting off on your numbering or whatever, you can go to each of those pages and like write really big Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or something on it, and then just take it off later. Okay, this is 271, 271. That way it would show here on this linked page, so you're sure that you're on the right one. And 272. So I know I landed on 272, so that always makes me feel good. Like, okay, you didn't mess up. For some reason, I feel like this F is off by quite a lot. Okay. I do have a bit of an overhang on these, so I could have gone a teeny bit smaller. Okay. But I still think it looks good. Okay. So now I've got those linked. And now, if I want to put in some numbers, I can. But I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think it's all that important to what I want to do. I think what I'll do here is I'm just gonna highlight what the span is. It's the 9th through the 15th. Okay. And then, now here comes the fun part. So I've got my shape tool and, oh, actually, yes, I do need the shape tool. Okay. Actually, let's do this. We're going to do it as a table because tables do make it really nice and neat and aligned. And I'm going to do my table right there. I don't want the shadow bit, so I'm going to go under style. I'm going to take off the drop shadow. I'm going to tell it's a calendar. And so now it knows. Yes, and I've got the right calendar right here. There we go. I am having some struggles with my Apple Pencil. Just kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's skipping, but it doesn't always hold on to my selection the way I want. So I'm going to make this a little bit shorter because I don't have big strings of things this week. And then I'm going to get rid of, under table properties, I'm going to take the opacity of that like down to a 2. Just a very faint line. And I think I like that. I think I'd like it even better though. Let's see if I can do cut. Put this on the first layer. I've been working on the second layer, not intentionally. But it kind of makes it so that those lines then are behind the wave. So I kind of like that. The words still are above. And I would probably, here's another thing I would do. I would go into my information one and I would say freeze calendar settings, and then I do my edit. And I would probably just change, I would want to change the font. Okay, American Typewriter, which is a fine font, but sometimes you just want, I really have been loving this bubble drop from Shelley, from Shelley Planners. So I think I'm just going to use that today or this week. Okay, so now my weekly calendar is set up. And I'm going to take my shape tool again. And I'm going to, hang on, I think I want to change one more thing on this. I think I want, oh, let's try dots. Okay. I don't know what that did exactly, but it made my other part, oh, that was just the border. Okay. What I was kind of hoping could make the scale of it a little bit bigger. See what that looks like. That's okay. And I can change the color of that too to be, I'm being silly now, so. So I can take off the top and the sides. It's the top one that I really was struggling with, so I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna leave it. Sometimes you can fuss too much about silly things and just, there we go. So I'm gonna take my shape tool. I'm gonna go over this area. That's so funny because you can see where, and I'm gonna keep it fairly close because I want to keep as much planning space as I can on my daily pages. So yeah. Now, that doesn't stay there. That has to, I need my select tool. I'm going to go cut this. And now I'm going to paste it on each of my daily pages. So the first one is this, and there's two ways I can get there. So if I go here, I can just click on that. And that'll take me to Monday. I'm going to do paste in place. And I'm going to do that on each of these other days. It's a lot easier to do now before I make it a window because I can see it. I know I want to go to 272. And paste in place. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to go back to that first one again on the 9th. And I'm going to select it. I'm going to go to Shape Properties. And I'm going to go to Link. And I'm going to tell it I want it to go to page 45. And I love that you can see what your, or 47, sorry. No, 45. Yeah, 45. I'm going to say okay. I can see my little wavies are right there. And I'm going to do it as a window. And I don't have to take off the red and the border and all of that. I think I will take off the border at least. But now I can go to the next page and do the same thing. Shape Properties, Link. Now, if I had done this, I could have done my cut and paste thing after I had done this linking, and that would speed it up a bit. So, oops, what did I do? Shape Properties, Page, Link, number 45, return. Got the green, okay. As a window, there we go. And the same thing here. Shape Properties, Link. And the nice part about doing it this way is the more often you do something new like this, the easier it is to remember, oh, I've been here and I've done this before. If you just do cut and paste, you know, it's harder to remember all the steps. So don't beat yourself up if you don't make things easy on yourself at first, because that repetition is a good thing. It helps your brain. Helps my brain. And there we go. Shape Properties, Link, Page, Number 45, return. Oops. Sorry. I hate it when I hit the side of my Apple pencil and it decides that I'm trying to erase something. Link. 45. Okay. As window. We're to Saturday. Don't worry, guys. We're almost there. Shape. Link. Number 45. Okay. As a window. And link, number 45, return. Window. Okay, and that's Sunday. So there we go. The only thing I'm not sure I'm loving is this border. Oh, I didn't take the borders off on each of those. I would go through and clean those up that way. But there you guys go. Now, each of these are linked to their daily page. And then if you tap there, then you go back to your weekly page. So here we are on the weekly page. And that is how you do that. Now, I've showed you both times, how it looks when it's on the bottom, but you absolutely could do half your page if you wanted, or a column. You can do here. I mean, you could do wherever you wanted on these. I think this would be really cute. So like on this page, just remember anything you do here is going, is going to show up on all the pages. So if you wanted to build a theme that just went across everything, like I'm going to have the same background or what have you, then it would be really cute to have like the whole week almost set out. Especially if you struggle with doing dailies. This is a great way to just build a foundation for that whole week, and you're just popping in the details or your to-do list or what have you. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So don't feel like you are stuck with doing... I think a really cute one would be to take... Oh, come on now. Let's just go to the next weekly. You could take like this. And of course, each of the kits has these in different colors. But I think this could be, I would actually flip it. Transform. Horizontal. Nope. That's not what I want. Yeah. I would do like this. Again, my pencil is just giving me, I guess it's time probably for a new nib. But there you go. And the other thing I love in ZoomNotes is I love being able to just nudge it by the pixel. I use that thing all the time. But you could do your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this way. And the thing that ZoomNotes does really well is whatever order you put the boxes in, that's going to be your date. So if I were to do this week's, and I did like this, and I said it was a calendar, I'm having some problems too with, there we go. Okay. So I tell it it's a calendar. There's Monday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now it doesn't show those. Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. But if I get rid of this and I delete that guy, then they all go in. So there you go. Of course, I go through and I take out the border and the, that sort of thing. And you can definitely freeze it and play with the font, because I've got some days that have some long bits in them with some extra days. But just an idea how it doesn't have to go along the bottom. You can even do like freestanding, you could do circles or bubbles or however you wanted to do it. But it's just amazing what this program can do. So anyway, guys, I hope this gives you just loads and loads of ideas and a really fun way to build up your weeklies and dailies to be integrated, but super cute. Take care, and